Good day all, welcome back to South Africa, and this is South African Prepper. So for this video, I want to try and answer a question that gets asked quite a lot on this channel. And the question goes as following, is when will white South Africans say enough is enough? And when will white South Africans actually do something about the current situation in South Africa? So I'm going to try and answer this the best I can. I don't think there's a definite answer, but we have to look at white South Africans as a whole to try and understand why we are not doing what we are supposed to be doing. And then we'll answer the question, what are we supposed to be doing? So let's start at the most top highest representation of white South Africans, and that would possibly be in Parliament. So we all know that I am personally very deeply disappointed in the Vryheidsfront Plus. I do think that they have not been a proper voice for white people in South Africa. I also know it's for them extremely difficult because they are not getting the support from all white South Africans, and I can understand why. I didn't even vote for them in the last elections because I personally feel that they are not representing the voice of me as a white South African. So let's say even in a perfect world, we have a political party, a white political party, that has, say, 1 million or 1.5 million white votes behind them in Parliament. It's still not enough to make a real difference within Parliament. So, because we are a minority. So, one of the places where we are supposed to be influential and make a difference for the white community should be in Parliament. But because we are a minority, this has not happened in the last 30 years. And it will most possibly in the future not be the case either, because we are just not enough white people in South Africa. So one of the channels that is available to white South Africans is via Parliament, but I do not think it's a viable option. We have seen that it will give us no results. So to go the political route for white South Africans, I think that train has passed many years ago. So, like I say, I am deeply disappointed in the Vryheidsfront Plus. I've said this before. I personally feel that politicians are detached from reality. And I do personally feel that there's not one politician that actually really cares about our country. Because if they really cared about people in South Africa, they wouldn't do the things that they're doing, and they wouldn't say the things that they are saying. So, in my eyes, the political route for white people, that's done. It's finished. So let's move on to the next one. So the next channel for white South Africans to try and make a difference in South Africa is via the white organizational channel. Let's call it that for this video. So these are all the white organizations that I do believe form parts of the pillars in society that is currently keeping up South Africa. Now, I'm referring to organizations like Solidarity, AfriForum. There are quite a few other smaller organizations that are trying somehow to help white South Africans. But let me use the two biggest examples. And this is not to thrash the organizations. You need to understand, we also support them. Financially, we do support them every single month. But AfriForum, for an example, they are the legal arm. So you will see them going to court quite often, trying to counter certain legislation and acts in the constitutional courts, and trying to almost slow down what the ANC is trying to achieve. So in certain ways, and certain cases they've done extremely well. We also know that in certain cases they've lost. And there's many reasons for why they win cases and why they actually lose cases. But I mean, that is very technical. I'm too dumb-minded to explain that to you. So they do keep up the pillars of society in regards to white people in South Africa. And then you get Solidariteit, which is more your labor union. And I mean, they've got a lot of people on their books. I think they've got 680,000 paid up members. That is a hell of a lot of support that Solidarity has got in the labor market. And they are definitely one of the pillars, and I think it's the biggest in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. They are one of the pillars that are keeping up society in South Africa. And it's not just about black and white. They are keeping up. They are one of the pillars within the community of South Africa. And then lastly, you get us, and you get business. So you have white community members that are productive in South Africa. You have got white community members that pay taxes, rates and taxes, and then income tax as well, and then on businesses as well. So white people are one of the pillars of the society of South Africa. And as we know, the current government and parliament is literally trying to destroy this pillar, this white pillar of white people. They are trying to break it down to such a degree that that pillar that the white population in South Africa stands for and what we do, they want to just knock it down. So here's the answer to the question we are asking ourselves is why and when will white South Africans stand up and do something? So we all know that there's a big division amongst white people, and it's the same within the black community. Don't think they agree about everything. I mean, even within the ANC, they've got factions. Can you believe it? But within the white community, there are factions, and there are people that are literally so scared of doing and saying anything that they would just pay a little bit of money every single month, and that is their justification that they are trying to do something about the situation in South Africa. They pay a little bit of money every month, they sit back and they are like, okay, we have done our part now. And then a very small part of the white population, a minimal percentage, I think maybe 3 or 4% of white South Africans are the active ones trying to do something to better the situation in South Africa, because it's not going well in South Africa for white people specifically. So coming back to my question is when and how will white South Africans actually physically do something to change the situation? Now we are doing things every single day. Me and you, believe me, sometimes you do things and you don't realize it, but you are one of the pillars keeping up this country. I want to give you an example. And I don't want to thrash Solidariteit, but this is a good example. Okay? Solidariteit has got 680,000 paid up members. That's what the website says. Okay? They all pay 204 Rand per month to be part of the union. Okay? So that gives you this amount. So that is over 13 million Rand per month of income that this organization has every single month. Now, I've gone and have a look at, and I've made the sums a little bit, and this is not all just about money, but I need to try and show you the strength, the economic strength that white South Africans possess. And this is one of the reasons why this government is wanting to get rid of white people, because we possess an economic strength and we are not using this economic strength. So the question is, when is South Africans going to do something? Look, Solidariteit en Afriforum, en Urania Beweging, SAI, Sakeliga, those are all organizations that are actively busy fighting for South Africa and for white South Africans. And we are all paying towards that. So if you take 300 Rand a month per household in South Africa, you have millions of rands that can be used for the South African white person or white community to do something for them. The reason why we're not doing this is because we are so divided. The reason why we are not doing this is because a lot of people are afraid. If we took an example, 13 million Rand every single month, I promise you, within 2 years, we would build a city bigger than Joburg. Well, not maybe bigger than Joburg, but we will build farms and communities bigger and stronger than Urania. But we're not doing this. And this is the question we need to ask ourselves. Why are we not doing this? And nobody's answering this question because the parliament members representing white people are only there for their own pockets. And sometimes I get the idea that certain organizations, and especially the smaller ones, they just do it for the financial gain for themselves. We are not doing something to build the white community. If we had 13 million Rand every single month, dear viewers, dear white South Africans, okay, we will be buying a farm every single month, somewhere. And we will be building every single month somewhere. And we will be creating something somewhere. But typical of white South Africans, I always want to do it my way. I always want to do it on my own. And I'm not suggesting that this is the way forward, but this is the strength that we have. I take for an example, one of the biggest white communities in South Africa is in Pretoria. Now what if, and I'm not sure how many whites do live in Pretoria, I think it's about 500,000. So what if 500,000 white South Africans decides today that they're going to stop paying their rates and taxes and they're going to stop to pay their income taxes? What will happen? What will happen to Pretoria if those 500,000 white South Africans decide today to stop to pay that? Okay, now I'm not suggesting we must do that, but that is the strength that white people possesses. But we don't use it because we're too scared. Why are we too scared to use it? I take ETOL for an example. ETOL worked. They had to scrap ETOL because nobody was paying. So my question again to you is if we have 500,000 white South Africans deciding today, we don't need all of them, 500,000 white South Africans deciding on one plan. Let me tell you, both the ANC, the EFF, the MK, and the whole of Parliament, okay, will quiver in their boots. They will start to cry. They will start to make a plan to stop us. Because that's the power we possess, but we don't use it because we're too lazy, we're too scared, and we want to be comfortable. Just give a little bit of 300 Rand or 204 Rands a month, and that is enough for my community. It's not enough for our community. We need to be doing more. But that's just thoughts, that's ideas. Please like, share, and subscribe, and God bless.